Changes coming from both sides right now. Dragic. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Love. Won't go. To Waiters. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. Love. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
The assist from number 0.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Clarkson. Had a chance, but it's no good. Dragic with it. Leads a bucket. Finish that.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Dragic to Butler. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jimmy Butler has got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Ooh, I like that.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. To Love.
Hey, big screen right there. Big
Down low Thompson. Myers Leonard rejects it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Deep 2 there. Won't go. So a tight one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Heat will start the second half with a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Cavaliers are still very much in this matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Butler has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To Love. From the outside, no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Butler. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. They'll get it down to Thompson. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Kevin Love, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Waiters, defended by Knight. To Butler. Now a step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Cleveland has the basketball. Brandon Knight against Leonard. Here comes the screen. Cavs with 4 to shoot. To Love. from long range. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Kevin Love with a chance at a 4-point play for his career 82%. Off the mark on his free throw. Dragic into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. To Butler. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Time to shuffle things up. Cavaliers with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Sexton to Love. Here comes the screen. To Love. Good look that time, but off the mark. Dragic. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Hey, double screen.
Love. Down low Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Butler to Waiters. And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dion Waiters at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. No good, missed them both. Clarkson. Gets it in the left corner. To Clarkson. Lets it fly from long range. Jordan Clarkson hounded, shot off the mark. Dragic with the basketball. Tie game, third quarter. Clarkson to Love. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most of the time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Substitution being made in this one.
Miami, number 22, Jimmy Butler.
Dragic to Butler. Has a chance. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Screen coming. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
Butler, guarded by Brandon Knight. Driving right to the basket. Jimmy Butler. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Sexton. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Dragic. And stuffs it home.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Ball in possession of Cleveland.
Big pick right there.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. They'll get it down to Thompson. Missed a wide open look.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Butler. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Sexton. Brandon Knight, guarded by Myers Leonard. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. To Colin Sexton. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some big traps, some big schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally react?
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Butler. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Butler. To Dragic. No good to Butler. Down low. Scores from the post. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball.
Dragic. The drive, right to the basket. Cleans it up. Sexton. Driving right to the basket. Cleaning the offensive glass. Dragic with it. Leads 4. Butler for 2. Wide open look, won't go. Sexton to Love. The pass set it all up.
Absolute stud, just flexing on them on both the defensive and offensive end. I don't know if we should call him the young bull anymore. He's maturing right in front of our eyes.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Cavaliers, number 16, Sadiq Usman. Subbing in for the Miami Heat, number 40, Udonis Haslem.
Dragic to Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Jimmy Butler for 2. And he hits.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet too.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot, and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. drives, but a shot won't go down. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
The Heat with the victory as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat did what great teams do best: finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat. The Cavaliers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Butler put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.